I'm at Hume Lake Christian Camp right now. Beautiful lake behind me. I love this view every time I get to come up here. I just finished a whole day of training. I talked with adults this morning on tactics in defending your faith. I had 2 student sessions on why God allows evil and the truth about truth and confronting relativism. And then I just actually finished 2.5 hours of open Q&A where I just sat in a room and allowed them to ask me questions. And man, did they come with some good questions. I love it. Such a blast up here. But this question actually comes from you on Instagram. So someone wrote in on Instagram and asked the question, is there such a thing as relative morality? Now, I would say no, but this does depend on your definition. So I would say that the objective moral standard comes from God. Mosquitoes are getting me a little bit. But that comes from God. That God has set up the standard by which we are to live, and that is objective, unchanging standard, right? Murder is wrong, whether you believe it or not. It's always going to be wrong. There's nothing in 100 years that's going to change the fact that abusing innocent children for fun is wrong. That is the objective standard. That is what God has presented forth. That's not relative. That doesn't change. Now, there are some cultural differences where you drive on the right side of the road or left side of the road, whether you wear your helmet or not, whether you can text and drive. These are cultural differences that may depend on the state, the country, or the culture, but I would not consider this necessarily morality. But that's where your definition is going to come into play, because if you Google the definition of morality, it's, well, determining right from wrong. Well, that would be wrong in one culture to drive on the right side of the road when you're supposed to drive on the left. But I would not put this in the same category as moral relativism. As morality, this would just be a change in cultural customs and standards. The reason why I think that what is different in culture doesn't really change morality is because even in the United States, when slavery was legal, that didn't make slavery good. They would be going against the objective moral standard. And then personally, we have our individual things that we like and don't like. Some people believe it's wrong to curse or to, and you can maybe apply that back to a moral standard of God and how we are to use language, but going to the movies or not, or watching certain kind of movies, and that all kind of applies in different ways, but these would be personal preferences that do change from person to person. Again, I would not put this in the same category as the objective moral standard. So hopefully that helps to see. I don't think that the moral standard, what we consider morality, is relative or subjective. It doesn't change. That is grounded, objective in God's nature. The things that do change are not intrinsically right or wrong, but they are able to be changed from culture to culture, whether you can text or not, that sort of stuff. So hopefully that helps in understanding the nature of objective morality. Thanks for watching.